reaction to some of the fan reaction about the news?
I mean, the whole thing obviously blew up way more than it should. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's preseason. We've been everywhere. We've played everywhere. We went to Maritimes early my years. We've been out west. So we went all over the map. So I think it's just exciting to have some preseason game in Quebec City. Obviously, for me, it's home, so it's going to be awesome. But I think for a lot of the guys, it's in a different place that most of them have never been to. They get to see a new city, different community, and everything. So I'm obviously very excited to show that off. And for the regular season game, I think it just went out of the picture a little bit. I think what the saying behind it was, we've been to Sweden before. We've played season games there. And I think the meaning behind it was what would be different of playing a game there instead of going to Sweden. I don't think there was anything more to that. But I guess that's just reality nowadays. Everything, you see it the way you see it. And I get where the fans are coming from. Obviously, if you're someone that enjoys watching our team and supports our team all year round, you want to see every game here, and I totally understand that. There's both sides on that, but I think the whole thing is 2 preseason game in Quebec City, and that's all there is to it.
Do you also have some compassion, though, for fans that are a little triggered by the possibility that there were threats of moving the team, and just seeing that jersey on Spartacat, the half Nordiques, half Senators jersey?
Yeah, no, I completely understand. Like I said, where the fans are coming from, I totally get it. There's nothing behind that on my side. I completely understand where they're coming from, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's a showing for us to go to Quebec City and play in front of fans for preseason games. And you know what? At the end of the day, the Sens are not going anywhere. We're in Ottawa. We love being in Ottawa. There's nowhere else we'd rather play than the Canadian Tire Center here every single night, and that's all there is to it. And obviously, like you said, to mention Spartacat, I mean, the jersey, it's you're going to Quebec City. It's been such a famous jersey. Like, my dad would be pumped to see that jersey. I think that's all there was behind that. There's no meaningful thoughts behind our own jersey. We all love our jersey. The logo is up front, big and proud, like it always is. And that's all it was. I mean, Sparty was just there doing his job and doing his day. And there's nothing behind it for him that thinking about the Nordiques. It's just, you're going to go to Quebec City. The jersey's famous. Everybody loves the jersey there. I know my dad definitely really likes that jersey. So, but you know what? I think at the end of the day, it's just going to Quebec City, reaching out a different fan base. I mean, you've seen that here. We've been in the Ottawa Gatineau community. We went to Gatineau this year, seen some fans. Ever since Michael has been coming in, every interview that pretty much he does a bit in French, and I think that's big. That's something we got away over the last couple of years. I've been here a while, and we kind of got away from that, and ever since Michael's been coming in, he's been paying really attention to that. Something I learned yesterday too, that 80 of our games are on the French TV stations that I wasn't necessarily aware of, and I think that's huge. If you're looking back at me as a kid growing up in Quebec, every single hockey game that I watched was on the TV, on the French station, and to know that now I'm in the NHL playing and I'm on this channel every night for all the little kids back home, for me, that you're sitting every night in front of TV. That's the TV station you're watching. That's the nothing against the English guys, but we didn't listen to them when we were young. We'd listen to the French guys. So no, it's big. I think we're doing year after year. There's going to be a lot more coming, but it's nice, and it makes me proud for me to see that we're really paying attention to our French base, because it's a big base. There's a big group in Gatineau and all the area around, and Quebec City is the same thing to me. When I grew up, my generation never knew the Nordiques, never seen them. So you're kind of forced into growing up as a Montreal fan. And you look at the other side of my dad, and my dad wants nothing to do with Montreal. Hated them our whole life, even though my brother and I were cheering for them. So there's a lot of people out there that you're trying to get and become Sens fan and build a big community behind our team. And I think for us, going to Quebec City for preseason is going to give us a chance to be there for 4 or 5 days, get the players into the community, maybe go into schools, meet some younger fans, get them early. I mean, I was a kid. I'd meet a junior hockey player and I'd lose my mind at meeting them. So imagine going to school and meeting Tim Stutz, Drake Batherson, Jake Sanderson. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to get to. And if that brings 10 fans, then great. If that brings thousands of them, then perfect. You accomplish your job. But just knowing that we're there, we're putting our foot on the ground, our owner speaks French and English, we're a bilingual team, I think that was the whole story behind it.
It helps at all. There was a lot of English viewers that don't like watching English broadcasts either. So
Yeah, that's part of it, right?
So I'm sure when you woke up yesterday morning, I mean, you would have had no idea that there would be this kind of reaction.
Yeah.
So like, how many messages or texts you received from people going, "Hey, what was going on in Quebec City today?"
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot after it, but to be honest, every message I've got personally, I got a lot of them, and everybody was just so pumped that we were actually coming to Quebec City, and they're going to get, instead of driving 4 hours to come here and see me, they're going to see us right in their backyard. So I think that was the whole thing is, I remember the last time I played in that building, it was in junior, and I had hundreds of people from my hometown. So now that you're in the NHL, you're going to get to see us, a team that's coming around the corner, getting older, a lot of talented players. You're going to have New Jersey that have a lot of talented players, and Montreal. And I get it. It's preseason. It's not the same meaning as a full midseason, the Thursday night game we're going to play against Washington. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you're still going to get the chance to see some NHL players in your city. You're going to get the chance to meet some of them like we will do with the community. So I think it's just going to be a great experience for the whole team, the whole organization.
Do you think that Spartacat,
Yeah.
I have a hard time saying that seriously, that he kind of got caught in the crossfire?
Oh, 100%. I mean, like we all went there yesterday excited to announce preseason game, and then the poor guy's just getting it hit on for having half of his jersey as the Nordiques. It's like I said to Claire. I mean, it's you go to Quebec City, the people love the Nordiques there when they were there. A lot of people were mad when they left, and you're going to go there and you're just showing love to the people there. It's the jersey they love seeing. And at the end of the day, in my book, and like I've always said, I get where the fans and everybody's coming from, but all that mattered was the big logo that was in front of it. It was the Ottawa Senators. That's all we care about when we went there. And it's you just honestly, I just feel bad for them today. Yeah.
First of all, how are you feeling being back in the lineup? It's been a couple of games now.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's fun to get back and play, and it's just a weird year on an individual basis, but pushing as much as I can, even in practice, to get up to the high level that the guys have been playing, really. And it's really exciting to come back, and the job that the guys have done, and now starting to be part of it. It's a really great feeling. You can kind of feel the buzz a little bit in the city right now, and the fans are pretty excited, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe it's good. Is this good timing for you to come back and just add some leadership, because you've been doing it off the ice, but just on the ice as well?
Yeah. I was hoping I'd come back before that, to be honest, but this was just something that was lingering. It seems from kind of training camp at some point, and with the whole situation after that happened, and I thought it'd be over, and then kind of lingered again. So I don't know. I wanted to come back earlier, but definitely, hopefully, a good timing.
How are you doing, just with everything?
Good. I'm all right. Yeah.
Has it been one of the more frustrating seasons just from like a health perspective?
Yeah, just a little bit of everything for sure. At the end of the day, you want to get in a groove. Like, you just want to get playing and kind of feel part of something. And the guys have been super welcoming and unbelievable to me, and same with the staff and everybody. So I got to do my part now.
You've been part of teams that have played a way that is sustainable in terms of winning over the long term. Like, what have you observed from this group here over the last little while, and the biggest steps they've taken?
Yeah, well, we've done a good job bouncing back certain times. You go from New York, sometime you lose that game, it can start going out of control. Next thing you know, you're losing 4 or 5 in a row. We've done a good job. Even on the weekend, I don't think we were playing our best hockey after 2 against Utah, and then find a way to win. That's a good sign usually, and when it's all said and done, you get 4 points out of 4 over the weekend. Pretty cool environment to play even. The first one, pretty unique. I warned my kids about it, that we would need them to be as loud as they can, and they told me they got it for the next time even more. So, no, it was good to be a part of that game too.
Kind of picking up after Kyle's question, what have been your impressions of how this team has committed itself defensively to the defensive side of the game?
Yeah, that was great to see. Travis is big on matchups too, so I think a line like Pence has done a good job. Every time he goes out there, he's been a really good player for us. And yeah, I think we got to get comfortable in those games. That's going to keep happening more and more. And whether guys are frustrated sometimes offensively or not, you got to manage that internally within yourself and find a way to bring your best game the next time.
David, as a Francophone player who grew up just outside
Yeah.
of Montreal in Sherbrooke, how do you attract fans to another hockey club that aren't already with the Montreal Canadiens?
Oh, I'm not the wizard on that one, I don't think. But to me, it's exciting. Like, we got to play in Sudbury this year, exhibition game, and I think the guys always get excited for that. As far as Quebec City, the first NHL game that was played there, I think in preseason, was Pittsburgh, Montreal. I was part of Pittsburgh, and we had I think all French lineup for national anthem. So I thought that was cool, and that's how I see it. I think it's exciting for us to see a different environment, and I don't know if that's the way to build fans. Might as well.
Yeah.
Are you rocked 100% now?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
When you look at the standings, what comes to mind?
I mean, yeah, it looks pretty good. Obviously, put ourselves in a good spot, and yeah, guys have been grinding and been battling. It's obviously a really tight race right now. There's a lot of teams that are in it, and a lot of teams that are hungry. So we just can't be content, can't be complacent, and every day is a new day and a new challenge. So just got to be ready for whatever the day brings.
When you think about your years with the Senators and looking at the standings and seeing yourself in this position, like, what's it taken to get here, but also how does it feel when you look at see your guys' teammate?
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's great, and Greener's been big on being process-driven and not looking at the end result too far. But at the end of the day, like, we still haven't done anything. We're 50 games in, and there's 30 left. Don't get me wrong; we're in a good spot, and we should be proud of the work that we're putting in. But at the same time, there's no room for, like I said, complacency. So we still haven't done a thing.
You talk about Green just having a big impact. Were there times when it was kind of hard to go through the growing pains of a new system and see that there would be dividends paid at the end?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've had our moments this year where it's been really good, and then a few stretches where it hasn't been so good. And obviously, you'd like to be in the stretches that are better more often than not, but that is going to happen throughout the course of a 82-game season. And like I said, we're just battling, and every game's important right now. And so, I mean, it's a lot of fun getting up for these games at this time of the year. It's not something that we've had, since I've been here, and Brady and Shabby have been here a lot longer than me. So we're just looking to keep pushing forward.
Does it feel different now that you're in games, that you're 50 or 30 games left, that you're now actually fighting for a playoff spot compared to just playing out the season?
Does it feel different?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a lot different.
Is it more intense?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's obviously been a lot different in the past, and I'm going to try to stay in the future. In the present. It's just every game feels kind of like a playoff game right now, and it just seems like there's so many more teams in the fight this year, and that's exciting, and you want to play in those games. So yeah.
What's been the most demanding part of, I guess, the style you guys have been playing this year that's resulted in more success?
I think just the competitiveness you see, and willingness to do things without the puck that maybe aren't as pretty. And I think guys just kind of buying into that. And, obviously the elephant in the room is we haven't scored a lot, but, I mean, if you're winning games, then that's all that matters, right? So I think just the commitment to playing for each other. And if we're scoring, great, but if we're not, then, that's kind of our backbone and our base level to realize what we are as a team.
What happened in New York? Did you take stitches?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I took, I think 8, I think. So, yeah, just kind of a weird play. I think I just tripped on myself. I didn't even know I was cut, and then one of the guys told me I was cut. Then I went back and got stitches, and yeah, just felt a little, didn't feel myself. So that was it, basically.
No shaving for a little while now?
Yeah, I don't think so. I shaved the other day without realizing it was still there, and that didn't go too well. So, yeah, a couple more days and they should be out.